Let's do a hard segue into one of the biggest stories of the day. We got this from Vox.com, our favorite lefty news source. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, is that how you say it?
You know,
Wojcicki.
I saw this piece. I saw this
but
story
there's a
earlier
C there.
today, and I thought
She's resigning, by the way.
Tim
I don't
knows
wanna-
how to pronounce this name because I sure don't.
No, because I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. People call her Wojcicki, but I'm like, how is it Wojcicki? It's Wojcicki. Wojcicki.
Susan, come on the show and tell us.
It's
Yeah, 'cause
Polish,
It's time.
right?
Unless she thinks she's got an NDA.
But she's resigning. One of the most
she's
prominent
out.
women in tech, one of Google's earliest employees, is leaving the company. So I suppose the question is, are we happy about this or are we worried about this?
I'm neutral about it.
Yeah, I think this is, it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't. Who's going to replace her, I think, is the biggest question, because the next person could be even more heavy on the censorship ban.
Do you think it was Susan? Do you think she was heavy?
I think
Yeah,
she was,
definitely.
but she was definitely. But Google was as a whole. But are Google and the other tech companies starting to realize that this is not a good business model, because they're all laying off a ton of people right now? So
They subsidize YouTube.
What do you mean?
YouTube is subsidized by Google, by Alphabet.
Yeah.
But it generates a ton of revenue, billions, and they strangle out the ad market by running the system. But look, it's so crazy expensive. People need to understand. I've done events for companies where it's going to be a proprietary live stream. Right now, we are streaming at around 6 megabits per second upload rate to 34,000 people. So multiply 6,000 by, or you can do 6,000 kilobits or 6 megabits by 34,000, and that's what you're sending out. That's very expensive. This show does not make enough money to cover that cost. YouTube does it for free, for whatever reason.
Does YouTube make enough money? I guess
I don't think so.
not lately.
They never
And
really
that's why
did.
she's resigning. Probably has something to do
Well,
with it.
Google bought YouTube when they were bleeding out in 07, figuratively bleeding out, that they weren't. I mean, it was just so much server cost. They've since developed digital servers like Elasticsearch servers and stuff, where like Amazon, they can just turn on a server and just like out of digital space create one. It didn't used to be like that. You used to have to go buy another machine, and they couldn't keep up with the pace. So Google bought it and subsidized it with their ad money. Now Alphabet, I don't know if it's government contract subsidizing. I don't think Google is profitable. I'd be shocked, because the amount of data that they spend money on. But then at the same time, I hear data keeps getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Eventually, we're going to have like 10 terabyte on our phone.
Right.
Everything gets
Yeah.
bigger and bigger and bigger. The file sizes get so much bigger. Like now,
That's true.
Yeah, like so when you go 4K, it adds like 5 gig to like a 10-minute video.
They want to have like an AI rendering machine that takes like 700 million megabytes to render or whatever of RAM. Then it's going to kind of balance it out.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing is like as the file sizes increase, we have to hope that the technology can continue to increase.
Yeah.
You have to balance
Do we
both.
do we know who's replacing this lady? It's
Yes, it's someone
it's in
internal.
there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a
blah
guy
blah
who's
blah
in there.
blah blah.
He's like the
during her
communications
time, blah,
director or
blah,
something
blah.
like that.
I
Yo,
forget
come on,
his
give me
name.
the-
Wait, I have it.
You have it.
Well, at the
It's
post
just really annoying
we put it
when-
nice and up top.
Yeah,
even
right.
If I don't remember.
Neil Mohan. They
what
put it in the
is.
first paragraph.
There it
Neil
is.
Neil
Okay.
Mohan.
Yeah, that's his name.
Do we trust this guy?
He's been working with her for a while. Apparently, he's been with the company something like 8 years.
Yeah.
Is
but
he woke?
we don't know anything about him.
Is he a cult member?
We don't know if he's going to continue the censorship reign on YouTube or not. We have no idea.